Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Sharon Rankin, and I am delighted, excited to welcome you to our Monday night Mission Possible team call. Weekly, we come together to share our mission and shine the light for health and hope. And that is exactly what we're doing as we're inspiring healthy living around the world. So I just thank each of you for taking the time to be here this evening to join us as we, first of all, hear from our special speaker, Loretta Koeth, and I'll introduce her in just a minute. But before we do, we're going to turn our attention just a minute to something that we're doing as a team, launching next Monday, called the Action Game. This is something that we've done before. We have not done it in a while, but we're reviving this to pull us together, and we've got 30 plus people who are playing right now. If you haven't signed up and you'd like to play with us, you can email me. The information's on the broadcast. So I've asked Deanne Broadison to come in and share just really, really briefly. She's here somewhere. Unmute yourself, Deanne, and share just why you were excited that we're playing the Action Game.
Well, because it's fun. And if you do it right, it can move your business forward. It can be lucrative as well. So what we're doing is called an action game. This is something we pull out from time to time to keep things fresh, but it's a great way to create focus and accountability and move forward together. So why do we want to do this? Well, the number one thing that you will learn by participating in an action game is how to learn to set up a DMO, a daily method of operation. And if you've come from the corporate world like I did, we might have had something that was like a daily method of operation, but we didn't call it that. But what do you do? The actions that you take to be successful in this business. But big deal. Why do you care about having a DMO? Because the people who have a daily method of operation that they follow consistently create success in their business. They create dollars, they create rewards, recognition, fulfillment, helping others. That's the why behind why you want to set up a daily method of operation. So who should consider joining us? First of all, if you're brand new, this is perfect timing. You've come at a great time. You're trying to figure out what everything is, and what this will help you do is get in your mind, what are the important things I need to be doing every day? There's lots of stuff you can be doing related to your business, but what are the things that are really going to bring you success? What are the high paying activities that you need to do? If you need to restart, raise your hand, everyone, if you've ever had a time in your Juice Plus career that you had to restart. Raise your hand. All right. So if you're feeling discouraged because you didn't hit a goal and you need to restart, this is perfect. This is a fun way to get the momentum going again, to have some accountability. And you will also get the latest and most up-to-date information using the newest tools that we have. So this is a perfect time to create a flow and get it into your life again if you've kind of put it on the back burner. If you need accountability, I am a person who really responds greatly to having accountability. And this is a 4-week focus of accountability. And what could that do for your business? And also, if you're a leader in our team and you want to set a good example for your team, this is also something that you should consider doing. So those are the 4 types of people that should consider: new, restarting, someone who needs accountability, and somebody who's a leader. So Sharon will get you the information on how to get started, but we start Monday. I'm so excited.
Thank you, Deanne. Thank you so much. And I've just posted on the broadcast today, the Action Game place how you register, and you need to register with me by Wednesday to form the team. So let's turn our attention to our special speaker tonight. I'm so delighted that Loretta has agreed to come in and share with us this evening. And let me just tell you a little bit about her. And actually, I've known Loretta since she was a sales coordinator. I saw her train at a boot camp, at the Buckeye Boot Camp. I don't know how many years ago that was, girl, but I zeroed in on you immediately because you spoke with passion and purpose then as a sales coordinator, and I knew that you were going to be a national marketing director. But if you haven't had a chance to meet or hear Loretta before, she is a personal or certified personal trainer, fitness trainer. She started her own business. Her first business is age 26, and in a business exchange, and she led that for 13 years. Within the Juice Plus company, I think she's been with the Juice Plus company, is it 16 years? It's something
18.
like that. 18 years and counting, 18 years. And within that time, that girl has really been on fire for inspiring healthy living. For those of us who have been in the business, we know the importance of the Eltons that are done every fall. And Loretta has had some very significant achievements and recognition in that she's been nominated for 12 Club Member of the Year 3 different times. That means that she's right up there in the top of the people in income producing activities. She's also been nominated for 24 Club Member of the Year. She is a 39 Club member and beyond, and really has trained at the national conference in 2013. But again, I heard her train at that Buckeye boot camp on handling objections, and she did it with such passion. I've never forgotten it. It was so powerful. And I went, I want to know you. I felt like I was looking at myself. She had such a strong message to share. So when I reached out to Loretta early this year, she's coming to Nashville in April to share with us, and I just heard all the things that was going on with her. I wanted you all to hear her tonight. So I'm introducing to you my precious friend, Loretta Koeth, who's going to come and share, and I'm going to put you on big speaker mode.
Big speaker mode. Oh. Well, I put some lip gloss on for y'all, so hopefully I don't look too washed out at 9:30 p.m. But so good to be here with all of you. I'm excited and for this opportunity. You already know that your fearless leader has been a massive role model for me. I've come to her many times through my journey. She has spoken into my life. She's spoken into my world. I respect her and value her friendship and her leadership in this business as a whole. And yes, I've been known to be called the queen of the objection cycle. If you don't know me, you might know me by the Embrace the Objection Cycle training that's on Mission Driven and a few other places. That was always my signature training. But you know what? I've grown, I've changed, I evolved. And so I'm going to start with my story because a lot of you don't know me. I was introduced to Juice Plus 18 years ago by a perfect stranger at my church who tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, I heard you were looking for nutrition information, and handed me a packet. So lesson number 1 tonight, talk to everybody. You know, she had to be brave for 2-3 seconds and hand me a folder, and I just happened to be the right person to do it at the right time. I found that information. It made perfect sense to me. I ended up partnering with the company that day, ordering all the products for myself and my kids. I've never looked back. I had restored energy, better sleep, better mental clarity, went through 10 straight Cleveland, Ohio winters, was never sick. I've never been to the doctors for anything since I've been on Juice Plus in 18 years, except for well checks every other year and blood work. Since the Omegas, those are even better. And I am so grateful for the health it gave me. My son was able to heal lifelong issues with allergies. My daughter healed rosacea and eczema. I had adopted her. She's a big part of my life ministry. And she also had ADHD and struggles in school with learning and sleep. And she had texture issues and hated fruits and vegetables. And so I really believe God sent me Juice Plus mainly for her, because I don't know where we would be today. It had not been for the transformation of my little girl. With the Juice Plus product line. So I was a mom on a mission right away, not even knowing there was a mission. I was just relentlessly sharing with everyone, and I kept it simple. Lesson number 2 tonight. Why do we complicate it? I bought 50 cassette tapes, and I walked around town and everywhere I went and said, oh my gosh, you have to listen to this. It's amazing. And I let the message be the message. You're just the messenger. To this day, I'm the simple mode girl. I have a notes on my phone with 2 videos, a link to my website, and what I like to type before I send it. And I do it every single time I share my story with someone. It's simple. I just do the same thing. So I'm going to get into that in a minute. But that was I was doing that. And a couple months into it, was mailed a $500 check. I had just done the Purpose Driven Life Bible study, and I had been praying for more in my life. I already knew my spiritual giftedness of leadership and encouragement of others and things that God had placed me already. And then, of course, my daughter. But something inside me just knew I was created for something different, something more. I also definitely was not where I needed to be financially. And so I I begged for my mom, borrowed from my sister, and charged on a credit card and went to Nashville for my very first convention 16 years ago. And I'm here to tell you, if you aren't willing to risk what it takes to get to convention, don't expect to be very far in this business. Conference needs to become a non-negotiable. It's just hands down. It's just, that's what we do. We go to our national convention. I've never missed one except for a death in the family one time in the journey of 18 years to a year, however that many makes now. So I was there in Nashville, and I sat I was by myself. I stayed in a hotel room with 4 other women. I slept on the pull-out couch. I didn't even know them. We became all fast friends before it was over. So, sometimes you just do what it takes in life, right? And I did what it took to get there, and it changed my life forever. I finally figured out what I was destined to do, and that was to be a national marketing director. I went home. I put it that, this was it. That's what I wanted. It was a deciding moment in my life all the way around. So 2008, I was able to become that, receive that benefits package, ease the burdens on my family. I'd been through a divorce, single parenting 3 kids. And I don't know what I would have done without the secondary stream of income that was up to about $1,200 a month by then. $1,200 a month kept me out of the fetal position and bankruptcy. I don't know what I would have done. I go back to that all the time. So a lot of times you're being thrown this lifeline. I hope you'll reach out and take it instead of, just, ignoring what we have to offer you. And I just kept growing it from there. I wanted to become a work-at-home mom. By the time my daughters were in high school, my son was a little bit older, I became that work-at-home mom. It was amazing. I really believe it's why my kids are just thriving in their adult lives. I was able to be hands-on, more available. I was like, okay, I'm going to keep dreaming. I dreamed of living where I want to live, and that is by the ocean. I live 1 block. And so for me, that's my, that's not for everybody, but it's for me. And I love where I live in Wilmington, North Carolina. I live on Carolina Beach, just right over the bridge of the city. And then it was, really realizing that I had kind of hit I'm going to talk to you a little bit tonight about upper limits. And I had hit one, which was great. National marketing director, full benefits, living where I want to live, but I still wasn't where I need to be financially. And I also went through another life event that took me to another place of needing to raise my level of finances. And so I was like, I'm on a $10,000 a month income, period. Reread Think and Grow Rich for the second time, printed my $10,000 bill, and a couple of years later conquered that goal. I've never looked back. By the time I reach retirement age, which I never will retire from this because this is just my life, it's not work. And, I want to be making $20,000 a month or more. And I believe it's possible. And I'm continuing to do what you're being asked to do. I do every day. I just did a booth from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. I had 22 awesome leads to follow up on, took 2 orders. I completed a 5-1 in the month of January already. I'm in the trenches, folks. So when I talk to you tonight, I'm talking to you as an everyday gal out here doing what we all need to do to change lives with what we have. So after I talked to Sharon, I think I might have a new training after this. You tell me later, okay? So I broke this little talk tonight into 4 parts. One is you have to have the right mindset. And I'm going to give you the mindsets you need to be successful. I think you got to start with mindset. If you've got the wrong mindsets, all the rest is for naught, okay? Number 1, you're a business owner. You have to have an entrepreneur mindset. Entrepreneurs don't need to be told to go to work. They don't need to be told how much to work. They don't need to be told when to work. They don't need to be told to be committed. They don't need to be told to be professional. We are business owners. Treat it like a business. Even if it's just a very part-time business, a few hours a week, when you are doing it, do it well. Open the door of your business and put the open light on. Open for business today, right? Number 2, you need to have a growth mindset, not a fixed one. You got to realize coming into this, I'm going to be ready to learn and grow, because if I'm fixed, so afraid of failure, you will fail. Okay. You have to come into it with growth. You also have to have a mindset, and I don't know how to explain this mindset really well, but the mindset needs to be that you are not in control. The mindset is, I'm not emotional over this. You cannot get all rattled every time a customer cancels, a rep doesn't do what they're supposed to do. I'm going to ask you to grow about 3 extra layers of skin. You have to have a level of badassery in you, of toughness. Pure and simple. There's really no other way. Is that, you know what? I get knocked down, but I get up again, right? There is a set of resilience, a mindset. There we go. Maybe that's what it is. A resilient mindset. You also need an abundant mindset. If it's, people are going to think it costs too much. There's not enough to go around, I don't know what I'm going to, fear of that failure, that you've got to think abundance, not scarcity. There's lots of ways to adopt that mindset, but you need one. And last one is one team, one mission. Until you are ready to celebrate everybody else's success because we're on this mission together to help people, or until you are willing to help a sideline like Sharon and I are doing. She was on my team call. I'm being on her team call. We don't benefit from each other. I'm coming out to see her because I want to help her market grow. This is what we do. We do it because we believe in our greater good. So mindset of greater good. One team, one mission. 3 things I could tell you that helped me get those things. A book called Mindset, The New Psychology of Success by Carol Oweck. It's phenomenal. I bought them for my kids. I always buy things for my kids when I think I want them to know the same thing I know. Hal Elrod. If you're not turned on to Hal Elrod, he's phenomenal. He wrote The Miracle Morning, but I'm going to recommend that you read The Miracle Equation. Phenomenal for this mindset I'm talking about. 3rd one, Mel Robbins. The 5-second rule applies to everything I have to say tonight. Everybody needs to read the 5-second rule. I say listen to it on Audible because she's funny as heck and you might as well laugh along with her. She's an attorney gone motivational person. I don't know, and she's just so unassuming, but you will love what she has to say. She has a great podcast as well. Okay, so got the right mindset? Now we have to be willing to put the mirror in front of us. So get your lion on. Forget the pussycat because lions can take looking in the mirror. What are the things blocking you? So you got to identify your blockers. So here are some of them that might be blocking you. Write them down as we go through them and put a check mark next to the ones that are yours. Number 1 blocker is fear. Everybody talks about it, but is that your blocker? But here's what you got to ask yourself. What the heck are you afraid of? What are you specifically afraid of? I want to know because there's no way to work through it, knock it down, get around it until you identify it and face it, right? So nothing to fear but fear itself. Identify it. Number 2 blocker, limiting beliefs. I now call these upper limit blockers. You've reached your upper limit. Somehow you reach this level of success and let's just talk sales coordinator and you become a master at getting customers. But you've got this upper limit belief that you don't think you can lead others. You got an upper limit belief that you're afraid you won't know enough to add them to the team. You hit an upper limit. What are your upper limits? Okay, I'm going to give some examples of the ones that I hit along the journey. I started out with having to break through the upper limit belief. I got stuck at Q 2.5 years because my upper limit belief was I don't deserve this. It would be such a gift. And I had an unworthiness issue. I still had to work many years through that with men, but on a business front, I still had I grew up poor, 5 brothers and sisters, 3-bedroom house, 1 bathroom, no shower. I didn't know what success looked like or felt like. And so I didn't think I really deserved it. So that was a limiting belief. Broke through that. Ran with earbuds in, listening to the most upbeat music I could come up with. I prayed, I journaled, I wrote affirmations. I am a national marketing director. I'd be a great national marketing director. I'm going to lead people. I'm going to help people. Until I believed it. I said it and said it and said it, and then I became one. You got to believe before you're going to get there, okay? So what are those upper limit blocks? So I've reached a new one recently, and this is where I got excited on Unboxer with Sharon. She's like, yeah, tell them that. I wanted to have the benefits package. I wanted to go to 39 Club Retreat. I wanted to have a 6-figure income, live where I want to live. Got there, did that. I hit another upper limit belief. I had never paved my brain to believe I could have more than this. So I've been here for 5 years now, I think 4 years, 4 years ago. I have not moved past this in any considerable way. I can't blame anybody else. It's because of my limiting belief. And now I'm working on breaking free through that. And I'm going to share with you at the end what that is. Okay. All right. So you getting it? Number 3 blocker. You're an island operation. You operate like an island. And I know none of you are here. You're 50 of you are on this call. You aren't. But I see a lot of times people pull away from the team. They do their own thing. They don't really want to connect. They protect their people. I got some people right now that won't bring their people to connection calls because they don't want to push them. They don't want to this. They do this island operation, and they never get past sales coordinator. You have to be part of the vine. It's just like my faith for me. My Holy Spirit, that's my vine. I can't veer from that if I'm going to function well. In the team approach, you've got to be by the vine of the team and bring your people to the team and be part of that. You can't do it alone. Okay? You also can't have the blocker of being a victim. It's everybody else's fault you're not succeeding. It's husbands, it's team, it's life, it's the death in the family. I guess so. Victim/excuses are blockers. They're just derailing you. You hit an upper limit, and you're going to look at every reason why this isn't going to work, and you're going to talk about it and ruin it for yourself. So recognize that. We can fix it. We really can. But victim mindset will get you in trouble in almost every area of your life. Okay. So 3 books. 3 things I'll recommend to deal with these blockers. Number 1, if fear is your gig, a book written by Rhonda Britton, Britton, Fearless Living, will give you actual skill sets to change a what if bad to a what if good mindset. That whole fear, looking at it differently, was phenomenal. My pastor covered it for 6 weeks, fell in love with the book. I've been recommending it for years because it doesn't die. If fear is your thing, let's get to it and get over it. Number 2 book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. You get a journal out. Don't plan on just listening to it in the car. You're going to need to take notes because you're going to go to college. It's going to be psychology college. It's high level. It's tough to grasp everything he's telling you, but man, is it amazing. It's about upper limit beliefs. It's everything I'm talking about today. I've listened to it twice already. It's so profoundly helping me. I want it to help you. The other person I'm following that's been the game changer, Dr. Shannon Irvin. IRVINE. Her .com is trainthebrain.com. Her podcast is, what is it called? Epic Success. And you can follow her Facebook pages and get most of her materials for free. You can pay to do her courses and stuff, but I haven't paid for anything yet. I'm just soaking it all in. Wow, she helped me realize you literally can see in the brain your limiting beliefs. The wires are so thick, they're so strong, they're wired from baby childhood, but we can actually train it to kill that off and remake a new wire in your brain to completely change the way you think of things. It's just profound, but it's true, and she gives you the tools. So awesome. Okay, number 3, now you got the mindset. We're getting rid of your blockers. Now you need to build your skill set. Just build your skill set. I'm nobody special. I'm like on the average intelligence list. I never took an IQ test, don't want to. I do have a college degree, but I'm an average intelligence, but I'm willing to become all I can be, and I'm willing to learn. And so the skills in this business, I could teach to any one of you willing to get out there and learn them. Sharon can teach you. Just go get them. Number 1, the skill of choosing your tools and keeping it simple. So choose your tools, keep it simple. That's just a skill. I know how to share my story and give information. Share my story and give information. Put that name either in your Teamsy, or I use actually the High Achievers Playbook. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of that. I'm a digital girl all the way. I don't use paper calendars anymore, but I don't like all my names inside the computer. So, I'll just quickly show it to you. You can buy one if you are interested. It's a really cool system, I think. High Achievers Playbook. Anyhow, it's just high achiever. It's got everything you need. And so I just throw the names and every time I share. When I'm ready to follow up, I know where they are. So simple system to share stories, share the tools. Mine are a notes page on a phone. So second skill you're going to need is follow-up skills. What are your skills for following up? You know, I got over the fear of phone a long time ago. I call people live still all the time. I do text. I texted out 24 people follow-ups from Saturday, but I will call every single one of them live and leave a message. I will time block. I will get on the phone. I'll put my earbuds in and I will call them and I'll say, hey, it's Loretta. We met on Saturday. Oh my gosh, the Get Fit 6 event was so fun. I'm so proud of you for just taking that interest in your health, your wellness. You showed a lot of interest in learning more about Juice Plus. I sent you a couple videos and I'm calling to make sure I answer any questions that you have. It's professional. I put on my customer service hat and I call people. So I don't know if the rest of you are getting away without doing that. I can't seem to be successful without connecting with people. I have to take it offline at some point. They may not answer, but I will capture more of their attention with the ability to be together. My follow-up is get appointments. Get with people. If I'm far away, I get with them on Zoom. I Zoom with somebody from Indiana the other day. I Zoom with someone from out in Texas. Hey, open your phone, throw in this number, and let me see you. Let me talk to you, because I need to connect. So following up with people, we got to get over afraid of that and know that it's our job. It is your job. It's part of your job description. Go ahead, throw it out there. I'm going to follow up, and I'm going to get your order that you were working for because you didn't follow up. I know I won't intentionally take it. What I'm saying is the person following up is going to be the one. And just so you know, average rep follows up doesn't follow up at all, 40% of you. Most of you are following up one time. Only 20% follow up more than 5 times. And they're the ones getting the sales. They're the ones getting the new team member. The fortune is in the follow-up. We've heard that a million times. Okay, next skill though, ask for the sale. Are you actually asking someone to get started? Okay, I met with this girl. She's going to cater an event coming up for me, and I've shared Juice Plus with her for 3 years. Every time I see her, she's very ADD and she's hard to get pinned down, but she loves the idea. But then finally I said, all right, where's your purse? Go get your credit card. I'm going to get you your first box of the Trio capsules because you drive me nuts. I've shared Juice Plus with you many times. You need it. She goes, okay. And she put that her credit card because I had to close the darn sale. Like at some point you got to close it. But most of the time, all I do is say, have I answered all of your questions? Do you have any other questions about Juice Plus? So let's get the questions out, because if we got to circle back around, like objection cycle, okay, a little objection cycle training here for a minute, and then I say, okay, great, let's get you started. You know, which of the products are you most interested in? I start at the top, by the way, of all the products, because Jay Martin taught me, start at the top of the elevator. It's a lot easier to come down if you have to. Recently, I came down and only got a fruit and vegetable order for the first time in a long time, but now I've already had it complete, and I'll get around everything eventually. But I start up with everything. And then if I find that we have to move down, we do. Okay, you need the skill of inviting to the team. That's just a skill. You got to know when, and you got to know, you got to have a system. And here's what I think you're doing if you're not doing it well. You haven't developed a system for it like you did with the product. You know how to share the product. You give the information. You get on Campbell Team and you're sending stuff, and you got all the documents. You got the brochure. You got the sample pack chewies, and you're armed for sharing the product. Where's your armor for sharing the business? We've got phenomenal videos right on the Freedom Revolution. Send several videos about being in the business. Get on and share a really cool story from campbellteam.net on the Monday night calls of somebody that's in a like mindset situation that might speak to them, and then connection with your upline national marketing director. Those are your tools. You leverage the tools for sharing the business the same way. Okay. So 3 things that I would recommend for that would be The One Thing by Gary Keller. Oh, because I missed a skill set. I'm sorry. Time block. Time block is non-negotiable. If you aren't blocking out any time to work on your business and you think you're always going to do it by the seat of your pants, I built my business to the top of the company on dedicated maximum 5 hours a week. I was just consistent as heck. Thursday nights were I had a mama helper, and I did Thursday nights, 3-4 hours dedicated, and then sprinkled in as I did life. Dedicate something to this for the success of it. I don't care if it's 30 minutes one day a week. Let's start with that then. But it's dedicated. It's a commitment. It becomes non-negotiable. What are all the other things? Like, is going to church for you non-negotiable? Is eating your breakfast non-negotiable? Is your fitness non-negotiable? Is it saying I love you to your spouse before bed non-negotiable? Time blocking for your business has to become a non-negotiable. It's not something that you think about. It's something you do. But a great book for that is The One Thing by Gary Keller. And just if you just need some good sales training, you know, to be good at sharing Juice Plus, The Art of Closing the Sale by Brian Tracy is an oldie, but phenomenal. I still recommend that to certain reps that just need that skill set of how to sit with people, listen, and ask for the sale at the end. Okay, so I know I'm running out of time. I'm going to wrap up here now. The last part is, what is your vision? My theme for the year is 2020 vision. I want 2020 vision for 2020. And my word for the year is focus. And I have a scripture for the year that supports my word. I want to focus on everything that's beautiful, everything that's good, everything that's noble, just keeping that positive mindset. But what vision you need is you need to decide about what you want. What do you want? Where do you want to go? What's your decision? I would need you to, if I was your life coach right now, I'd sit here if it took hours until you told me. What do you want? Make a decision. Secondly, you must be fully engaged. Fully engaged for success. And number 3, you must have unwavering faith. So from Hal Elrod's training, right now, one of my declarations is I will be a 100 Club National Marketing Director. I will put forth extraordinary effort to that goal, no matter what. Are you able to say that about your vision? Extraordinary, you're going to have unwavering faith, extraordinary effort, no matter what. Thank you.
Woo! My goodness, girl. I knew you were going to rock our world tonight. Thank you. I'm going to put you on gallery view. So I just want you to see that we are so grateful for you to come in and share. I know it's late in your world and you've already done calls today. Lots of them. So have I on Monday. So thank you.
You're welcome.
You're a blessing. Truly you are. And I'm going to be cheering you on when you make that 100 Club for sure. So
thank you.
Thank you. I don't know if anybody wants to unmute and say a thank you to Loretta before we end this call, but we have been.
Thanks a million, Loretta. That was awesome.
That was
That was excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks, Loretta. It's my privilege. Thanks so much. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.
Good night.
Thank
you.
Bye.
Forward. Pay this forward for sure.